What is up, guys? It is Robert of Movies with Me, and welcome to The Darkest Minds, a movie review. Now, this movie is directed by Jennifer U. Nelson. I hope I said that right. This movie stars Amanda Stenberg and a lot more other people. Harris Dickinson and a lot more other people. There's these other two leads, but they're kind of the main two leads. The other two, they're kind of on the side, to be honest. But Darkest Minds was pretty bad. Let's talk about it. Again, no spoilers as always, but this movie was pretty fucking awful. And it sucks because I know a lot of people wanted it to be out there like, oh, it's going to be trash. And I had a little faith. I was like, nah, maybe it'll be all right? Maybe it'll be fine. And there are times in this movie where it's so bad. And then there's parts in this movie where I'm like, I'm kind of enjoying myself. I'm actually enjoying this. And those are so far in between. Like, it's only a few scenes. But this movie had so much potential, man. But at the same time, it's so crazily rushed, especially the first act. Within like 3 minutes, they talk about 90% of all kids are dead. And you're like, holy shit. How? What the fuck? Why are we watching news reports on this? And why are they not like showing like a detailed story on how this thing came to happen? For some reason, kids or some getting or like they have this disease or some shit where they got superpowers, and now all of a sudden no one has kids, and I'm like, that's dumb within itself. How the fuck are you gonna continue the human race? They did not explain that at all, at all, which boggles my mind. I don't get that at all. If someone has ever read the book, let me know. Tell me how the human race is supposed to continue. Because as of right now in this movie, they don't talk about it at all, and they obviously want to set up for sequels that will not happen because the movie already flopped. Apparently, I'm not too sad that they flopped, but like then again, like I like to watch every movie. So if they made a sequel, I'd be all right with watching it. But this movie was really bad. But it sucks because like I said, it had a lot of potential. There are times in this movie where I was like, no, I'm enjoying this. And the chemistry between these characters are not bad. They're all right. They're not fantastic, but it semi-works. And I was like, all right. Humor is really flat, and they try it really hard, especially with this one guy, Chubbs. It does not work to me at all. But the audience that I was with loved it. There are times where they were having a blast, but they were like, oh my God. It's like, what? Oh. I was like, okay, calm down. And it's all about, they're all wooing and wine to women and wands, everything to the romance part. And the romance part is so bad. Like, I don't know. They didn't have any time to build up, a relationship with each other. So they just fall in love immediately, these two characters. And I don't think it worked at all. I really don't. I love this sci-fi shit, and that's why every time there's something sci-fi, I always look forward to it to some degree at least. Because it's sci-fi, it's super up my alley. Even though this is one of those young adult adaptations, I give it a shot. You know what? Screw it. It's something with sci-fi. I like it. But sadly, this one just didn't do it for me at all. It did it, like I said, for a few scenes, but everything else is pretty bad. There's a lot of these random pop music, montage stuff that has to be in the movie for some odd reason. There's a lot of explanation that should have been happening between these powers. The main girl has the power to basically be like a Jedi where, could look at someone and tell them to do something. And you think, all right, well, she can only do it to that one person. All of a sudden they get like 10 guards, and you're like, why can't you be doing that throughout the whole movie? I don't know. They don't explain stuff. That it's super inconsistent with powers of these people. Like, one point you think, okay, well, she can only touch people. And then she gets touched and nothing happens. And you're like, okay. And then you see this one part where she's looking at people and she's able to control them. And you're like, okay. And then you're like, well, it probably can only be one person. She could semi-control it. And then she takes those 10 guards. And you're like, what? This just doesn't make any sense anymore. And like, maybe there's an explanation in the book, but as in for the movie, there's none really. Like, she doesn't really say anything that makes you like, okay, so this is why she could do XYZ. While all of a sudden she's actually doing fucking A, B, C, D, E, F, G. It's like, whoa, calm down. How are you doing these things? How are you doing this? Because obviously she herself doesn't know because she doesn't ever want to explain it. And it makes for a very ridiculous movie that could have been decent at least, and it makes it pretty damn awful because with the really rushed intro and the really okay chemistry to the really non-existent ending because they try to set up a sequel. There's no real ending to this movie, to be fair. There's no real, villain that gets stopped or destroyed. They want a sequel really badly, you could tell, but I just don't think it's going to happen. We're definitely not going to see a Darkest Minds 2 or whatever the sequel book is called. It's not going to happen, and that's why they need to make a standalone movie. If it succeeded, then make a second one. But this is like a movie that needed an ending and really doesn't even have it. So yeah, guys, overall, I'm going to give The Darkest Minds a 3 out of 10. It's pretty awful, guys. I could give it lower. I honestly could, but I'm going to stay with a 3. And I can honestly even see myself giving it a bit higher, to be honest. Just because I know I kind of fall into that trap of like, yeah, it's all right, though. It's like, no, I got to stand my ground. It was awful. And a lot of it just does not work, sadly. But, yeah. I mean, yeah, but you should see, man. There's so many times where they just rush things out of nowhere. Like, holy shit, dude. It's been 10 minutes and so many things have happened, but nothing has been explained. I don't know. I don't get it. But you know what? There we go. Like, immediately she said, this is the first 10 seconds, she says, half my class has been killed. Or no, half my class is dead. And all of a sudden, there's a news story that says 90% of all kids are dead. And you're like, whoa, holy shit. Calm the fuck down. What the hell? How that happened? It's very strange. But yeah, guys, did you see The Darkest Minds? Did you like it? Did you not like it? If you're a fan of the book, let me know what you think. I would like to know. But yeah, guys, I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.